Right, so here we go. Hello everyone, welcome back. We're here in the Allta Heliport, Sierra Delta Whiskey Sierra in São Paulo. Now we're in the B206 from Dreamfoil, and we're going to conduct a little bit of a flight around the São Paulo area and try our best to not get into too much trouble. Yeah, there's a bunch of balloons as well around, which is kind of interesting. Right, so it's just me in the plane today, 170 pounds. We're full fuel. We don't need any of the nacelles. We do want the yaw string though. Frictions we don't care about. Ground handling, this is all fine. Actually might turn it to metric, but she should be good. Right. So, first things first, battery. Silence the deafening alarm. Caution test. No AP, no trim. It's just us doing our thing and hoping for the best here. We're at an altitude of, an elevation of 817 feet. So this is probably still set from yesterday. Hang on, that can't be right. 817 feet? No. That's not right. Where are we? We're up here. I would just like to know what the weather's like here, actually, good sir. If that's all the same to you. QNH is 1012. Alright, there we go. Let's get the... Alright, batteries on. Position lights on. Anti-collision lights on. Fuel shut off, fuel boost, and ignition. Main fuel valve is on. And we're going to do a start. So, good luck, everyone. Nice start there. We got 600 degrees on the start. Coming up to 60% RPM. Starter off. I'd like my headset on so I'm not deafened. We can hang the gen. Avionics. Gyro. Erect ourselves. All of our radios are coming online here. Alright, so we will be off to SBJH. 14 miles away. And we got a desired track of 306. So let's do... do we have a heading bug in this thing? I don't remember. I don't think so. We'll just keep an eye on our directional gyro here. Alright, let's start bringing some throttle in. Watching the temps and the torques as we slowly bring throttle in. We don't want spikes in either, really. Oh, there we go. Ooh, easy, son. A little spike there, so I wasn't terribly there we go. I wasn't very smooth with it. Anyway, that's looking pretty good. So we've got oil temps and pressures. Temps and pressures are looking good. Engine oil and transmission oil both are looking good. Fuel quantity's good. And we're looking happy days. RPM, both for the rotor and the engine, are up to speed. So it's going to be a lift off Allta here, and then it's going to be a northwest track. We'll go to like maybe 2,500 feet, or 3.5, 4.5. We're at 3 already, so maybe we'll do 3.5 or 4.5. So it sounds like someone's flying along somewhere. All right, let's see if we can get a nice little lift here. Slowly collectiving up. A little bit of anti-torque. And, oops, easy. There's a lift. Allta traffic, helicopter November 1 Delta Bravo is lifting from the helipad, northwest departure on climb to 3,500 Allta. Alright, round we go. Up and at 'em. Not my best work, but we've made it. Alright, there we go. Now we might actually go up a little bit higher here. Fortunately, oh, easy. I need to play with my centering of my pedals, because it's really rough to recenter, which makes it hard to fly helicopters. So I need to fix that a little bit. Anyway, we're up and at 'em. Let's go. Yeah, it's helicopters can have some very interesting effects with them, especially if they get into like resonance or delamination or whatever it's called. It can be very, very rough. Now I'm hoping I was trying to get the I might take the spring out as well. Is it a hard thing to do? Is it hard to take the spring out? It's very easy. Well, I might check that out then. 2-second job up. Let me just try to have a look. I might be able to do it here in a sec. I might do it at the other end, because that might make my life a little bit easier. Anyway, I know I've been flying this helicopter a lot, and especially in this part of the world a lot, but hopefully it's not boring and it's of some interest to people. I find it really fun to do these types of flights because they're sort of technically challenging with the airspace and the routing, and also the flying of the helicopter and putting it all together. I think is a really interesting thing for me personally. But that's just like my opinion, I guess. Hello, Forsyth. Oh, I don't know about that, Automator. I don't know about that. I like them both equally, but for different stuff, because they are very, very different. You know, they're not the same type of flying. But yeah, I can definitely understand that. Nah, no booing from me. That's a very valid consideration. I think this was much more hands-on, right? So I think hands-on makes it a little bit more interesting, right? Catarina traffic, helicopter 1 Delta Bravo is about 7 miles to the southeast, 3,500, landing main helipad to the south, Catarina. There's a big old hole there. I need to build a higher quality tile for this section here. This is a zoom level. I think this is auto-ortho. I've got a zoom level 20 or something for Sao Paulo, and this is like 16 probably. So that's why it's a little bit ugly to look at. But then again, so am I. So it sort of works, I guess. Yeah, some hind. I've been really thinking about doing some hind flying Sphinxy. I really want to fly it around the Afghan map. I actually downloaded the dynamic campaign add-on for DCS, and I was thinking we might run our own. We might do our own campaign where people can join, and I can just host the server, and if people want to fly, they can jump in. The Mi 8's awesome now. I really enjoy it. Alright, I see the airports just in front of us. You can see the Pappies just off our nose. So we're going to remain south of the runway center line. And we'll go for the landing pad. Yeah, let's not get too excited because we don't want to encroach the landing pad here. Sorry, the runway. So we're just going to have to sort of cruise along here, and then hopefully my scenery's not all meshed up, because this airport's a little bit on the rough side with the mesh. So I think I've fixed it. Right, off we go. What's that? Okay, airport's in sight. We're about 2 miles out. So we're going to start easing off the collective, and we're going to try and start slowing down also. So I want to do this all in one sort of smooth motion. I don't particularly want to don't want to jerk it in. I want to do this all smoothly. So bringing the collective out and just trading altitude for airspeed here. We can even sort of cheat a little bit and fly the Pappies kind of offset just to help with a little bit of our descent. So that's on Pappy there. Slowly trading off. There's the ramp. Looks like the mesh has worked. Little trade-off as well. I miss flying the Mi-8 actually. One of the best times I had was on that Cold War server with the Mi-8. That was a lot of fun. Like doing all the scud running and trying to drop the troops off and things like that. That was really fun. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Alright, easy does it. Nice and smooth. Nice and easy. I'm gonna try and pull out the centering spring here in a sec. Hopefully I don't break the pedals. Close. Little VRS. But we're in a hover now. Here's Fruppel's BMW. Yeah, let me have a look at it here in a sec. He just went blind. Did you see that? Look at him go. Hello, Jake. Ah. Spider car. Spider car. Oh, here's Fruppel's limo. Hey, free flyer, welcome. All right, there we go. We made it. All right, give me just 30 seconds here. I'm going to try. Sorry, I'm muted. But yeah, the I pulled it off, but I need to change the cam on it, I think, because it's got that little cammy bit in it. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that's funny. Right, so the next plan of attack, we are going to depart from Catarina Executive here and then track easterly until we hit Barueri, and then take the Castello track eastbound at 3,400 until we get to this point here, and we're going to track northeastbound to Imperial, and then we're going to end up at the HBT Aviação. I'm sorry, my Portuguese is very poor, but I do try my best. All right, so without further ado, let's lift on out of here and get going. That was a pretty good approach, except for the, unfortunately, the really small VRS that I had. Oh, that's actually a little bit better. Catarina traffic helicopter 1 Delta Bravo departs from the ramp. Eastbound departure on climb 3,400 Catarina. Let's go. Oh, that's so much better, actually. That makes things a hell of a lot easier. Hope you're doing well, Free Flyer. Thanks for coming to the stream. Jake, thanks for coming to the stream. Everyone, thanks for coming, basically. They were up and at 'em. Yeah, you have to be really relaxed. If you tense up, you're cooked. You're not going to have a fun time otherwise. You have to be slow as smooth and smooth as fast. Or however the saying goes, I don't remember. Something along those lines. I think that's the saying. I just love the outside sounds in that, so sorry I keep doing flybys. It's just, it sounds so good. Such a nice looking plane, heli. It's so deceptively simple as well. This one's not a default one. This is a payware. There is some good default ones, but this is a payware. No sound mods, no, it's just the default sounds from the, yeah, as it comes from the add-on, that's right. Yeah, sorry, that's probably what you were saying, and I just read it wrong. Sorry. G'day, Quokka, good morning. Street, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. Probably evening for you, actually, now. Did we decide on when... Did we decide on when evening is? Is it after 6 p.m.? I think it's after 6 p.m. I am well, thank you. I'm doing exceptionally well. I hope you're doing well as well. Oh, I hope you feel better, Quokka. Best thing for the flu is hot water, lemon juice, honey, and then maybe like a, I usually do like an antioxidant tea. Honey and lemon juice in hot water is just kills everything that you got. So right here where we're flying now is map enhancement. However, where we're going next is a custom tile that works with the helipads. Yes, it will cure everything, but it will also cause additional problems. Go to prison, juice. Having a couple of beers. Hey, I'm having a beer here. and doing some car work. Very nice. Yeah, it is a mine. Oh, maybe yours, even if you so desire. Not sure what's going on with the trees there, but it's there's a lot of trees in that parking lot. Or maybe there's a lot of parking lot in those trees. I think it's a car park on the trees, to be honest. Was he calling me? Does anyone speak Portuguese? Jose, I really like it for VFR, in fact. I think it's really good at VFR because a lot of the times I find it a little bit more pronounced in terms of what you see with it, right? I think the features are a little bit easier to see. It might not be as pretty in places, but I think the big features that you want for VFR navigation are really, really good because you can actually see like the details of stuff that you need. But I suppose it depends on what type of VFR you want to do. If it's VFR with like a heading and a stopwatch and looking at map features and things like that, I think it's kind of important to have the features there. Who's this?
I got him.
Oh no.
2 years, brother, 2 years. A bomb has been planted.
This is map enhancement at the moment, but I've built a tile for Sao Paulo. Thank you, Flyboy, for the 2 years. Thank you for the tier 2 for 2 years as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very, very much. We're a little bit low here, but that's okay. Yeah, I get you, Street. You know, I think having a couple of beers is kind of nice. There's another helipad to our right here, but we're not going to that one today. I think it's just over there somewhere. I think that's it there, on top of the hill. Yeah, there it is. But we're not going there today. So, what we need to do is we need to pick up this road because this is the heli route inbound. So we're going to pick up this heli route inbound from here at Castello and track eastbound 3,400. And then we're going to get to this intersection here and then go north. I'm not going to be able to pronounce these. I'm very, very sorry for my poor Portuguese, but that's the heli route there that we're going to pick up, which is this main road here. We're about to pick it up here, and let's get back up to 3 and a bit. I'm not sure, P3 Ron. I'm not quite sure, sorry. And that's where we departed from. That's our helipad that we departed, just there. I don't know if this is the map enhancement tile yet, or if this is the custom tile. I think this might be the custom tile, actually. Okay, 3,400, please. We're coming into the city now. You can start to see some large buildings. Right, there we go. Much better. So now we're following the heli route. You can, I think. I think there are... I think you can add decals to the map enhancement tiles. So that's probably what's happened. But I think we're almost in the custom tile here. Okay, so this is Barueri, which I cannot pronounce, I'm sorry. But that's, I think, the corner of this river here. And we want to be 3,400 for this leg. And then on the left turn that we'll make here shortly, it's going to be a descent to 3,200. I'm just going to turn on my landing lights as well, just so everyone's got good visibility of me in case anyone comes along the opposite direction. There's the city over there, so we're slowly getting closer to where we need to go. And then we have an intersection coming up, which will be our left turn, which I have a feeling might be this area here. And then it's going to be a descent to 3,200, and then we'll be coming up on one of our next helipads. Might even be this rather large intersection here, but I think it's this intersection here where we follow the road. So I think it's this one here. And this is Rodonate. Rodanial, sorry. Rodonial. Okay, down to 3,200. The left turn. Morning, Heck. And then we're coming up on our next stop here, so we're going to have to start slowing down and going down. Oh, thank you, Heck. I appreciate it. Wasn't my best work. Okay, we're coming up on our second pad here. So we'll just start slowing.
A coordenação ali em São Paulo foi Max 674 no pátio da voar. Inicia o acionamento por conta e risco, chama por táxi.
I think that's our strip there, the blue.
Ruta 2123 na ponte guia de espera da 10 esquerda vai iniciar. Vai linha de volta.
Maybe that's our pad. No, I don't think so. Alright, we'll just keep coming in. And we'll just slow it down a bit. We have no reason to go quick. That's right, Geekle. Low rotor blades. I don't want to get any heads sliced. Good morning, good sir. Okay, I think I see it. Yeah, here it is. Easy. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. We're going to come back around.
Tá iniciando a decolagem da ONU 0, esquerda, Allta 2123. Coordenação em Congonhas, o Climax 674, livre o pátio da voar, inicia o táxi via Sierra, ingressa na ONU 7 esquerda via Oscar.
Hello, Doyle, Chris.
Ponto esperado no 6 direita.
All right. Ooh. Okay, we made it down. So that was our second stop. We've got one more stop to go down. So this is going to be the hardest because if there's any control on, we're going to have to organize the air traffic control through here. So we're here. We're going to come down through here. And this is at between 3,400 and 3.5. So I'll do 3-4, 3-2, 3-3, 3-3, and then 3-3. And it sounds like there's some chappies taxiing down here, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out for these dudes here because they're geez, he's taxiing at 45 knots. All right, so we're gonna, looks like they might be departing south out of here, so we might just keep an eye out for people coming in, but I think we should be okay to sort of just sneak in through here.
Happy Monday, sir.
Slarty Bart, thank you for the 49 months. Thank you very, 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 very much. Hope you're doing absolutely outstanding. Thank you so much for bringing your folks here. Fighters, hello fighters. Welcome. Thanks so much for dropping in. Hello, Sven. Hello, Tyrogoth. Hello. Thank you, guys. We're just doing some flying in Sao Paulo in the helicopter. I hope you guys had an awesome stream. I really appreciate you coming in. There's no ATC on, so I think what we'll probably do is we'll do 3,300, 3,200, 3,400, 3,200, 3,300, 3,300, and then this is the Delta airspace here, so we'll have to go to 3-3, and then we'll land here at the Intercontinental. Oh look, we have a bunch of different helipads here, and we'll go land there. So, oh, very nice fighter. Yeah, Recife is an awesome airport. It's one of my favorites. Did you come in on the northerly runway where you have the city off your right, or did you land south? Because I love that arrival with the city. It's so pretty. Very nice. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, here we go. Lifting. Lifting.
Coordenação com São Paulo, foi Max 764, iniciando a decolagem na 7 direita.
Lifting. Alright, off we go. 3,200, sir. That was a pretty good takeoff. That's the sound of me tooting my own horn, so honk. Okay, so this is where we pick up the route, is this road here.
São Paulo com vagões do Flamax 674 a linha e mantendo 7 direita.
I always get thrown for a loop when they start off in English and then go to Portuguese. It's very confusing. Alright, so this is our routing. We've got quite a number of tight turns here, so we're not really going to go all that quick. And I kind of want to be able to see the city. So, 3,200 for this leg here. So let's keep coming up. Yeah, that would have been beautiful. I'm sorry I didn't make it to your stream this morning. I was very, very...
Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Terrain.
Oh, we have a German joke.
Terrain. Pull up.
One for the fighters. Welches Sprache spricht man in der Zone? Schweizerdeutsch.
Very good. Very good. Geekle, thank you for the 100. Thank you for the 100 bits and the flat joke. That's very funny. Poor Nicole sort of butchered the pronunciation of it, but that's funny. Thank you, Geekle. And thank you for the joke for the fighters.
Coordenação livre com vagões do Flamax 674, início de decolagem no 7 direita. Coordenação com vagões 7700, deixe ataque da porta esperma 7 direita.
I need to get back up to 3,200, please. Thank you very much, Geekle. So 3,200. Sorry if I'm not saying much, everyone. I'm just trying to not stuff this up. And then we can keep coming around to 3,300. Alright, 3,300. And this is where we make a really steep turn to the right. And follow the river. Okay. Alright. Here we go, chaps. We're good still. We're still good. We're still good. As Boozy would say. Here we go, back up to altitude, please. Congonhas traffic, November 1 Delta Bravo is a helicopter about 5 miles to the north of the airport, 3,300. Tracking western helicopter route, not above 3,300 feet for about 3 miles north of 17 right, Congonhas. All right, we need to be at 3,200 here, which we are, so we're good.
São Guarulhos, já te falaram 494, vai ser táxi via 3 Whisky, Hotel Alfa Golf da Barra da Rosada Esquerda. One traffic at 3700, take off, runway 17 right.
All right. We're looking pretty good so far. So now it's just following this river in, or this canal. And then we basically head downtown right underneath the approach part of 17 right. So hopefully there's no one coming in to land. I had a quick check on the map before, but I don't think anyone's coming to land. So I think we're clear for the time being. So we should be able to just sort of cook along here as long as we don't go above 3,300. We're sitting at 32 now, so I think we're pretty okay for the next part, for the most part. So a cool thing is as well, we'll actually see a hotel called El Dorado up here on the left, which has a helipad on it. We've got a helipad on the top of that, and then there's also a bunch of other... There's also a number of other helipads along this canal here. So you can actually see a couple of the buildings. I think this is one of the... maybe this one. I'm going to slow it down a bit, just so we can have a bit of a view of what's going on here. Yeah, he's I think he's flying at the moment. I think he was I think Brad saw him on VATSIM just a second ago. So that's El Dorado there, I think. That's got a helipad on it. There's another one as well. That's one of them. Right, easy does it. As well, yes, I'm sure they are. There's another 2 pads there. And then we need to come over into the city this way because our pad is coming up just in front of us here, and I just need to see if I can see the bloody thing visually. So easy does it. Let's start descending a bit.
São Guarulhos, a gente faz um 4x4 ali, decola a pistão do lado esquerdo.
Easy does it. Now I think it's one of these 2 buildings here. I don't particularly remember. I really hope we land on the right one, because there's about 3 or 4 different ones we can land on, and I think it's the tallest one that we're chasing. Stand by. So you can actually see about 3 helipads. Good thing about helipads in Brazil is they're mostly always blue, so they're usually very high visibility. So you can see there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 helipads here, and I think this one that's just in front of us is the one that we want. I think this is us here. So we're going to start slowing down. Beating some collective in, catching the torque. A little bit of a vibble wobble. He does it. Hello, Chris. Hello, Beethoven. Yeah, these are just some helipads in downtown Sao Paulo. I'm gonna get a better screenshot though. KC Pilot, thank you for the 4 years. That's a lot of years. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, 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 very much. I hope you're doing outstanding, and thank you so much for coming along. All right, so we need 38 and 35, I think. 38 and 30. So rotor needs to be 30%. All right, 30% on the rotor. Pull the brake. Fuel valve to shut off. Ignition, boost pump, and fuel. Battery off. And stow the rotor brake. Oh, did I not turn the... Oh, and then battery off. There you have it. Let's do a little bit of a... What are these ones?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Alex. Thank you very much for the 34 months. Thank you very, very much for the... Thank you very much for the 34 months. I hope you're doing absolutely outstanding. There you have it. Welcome to downtown Sao Paulo. Pretty cool, huh? So for anyone who's curious, this is what we did. We departed from the Allta Heliport here, went to pick up our packs at the Catarina Airport here, came back southeastbound, picked up the VFR helicopter routes, stopped off here, dropped and picked up, took off again, came down this way, and then we ended up here at right under the approach path for runway 17 right into Congonhas, which was kind of cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. Very, very fun, actually. Very, very enjoyable. So there you have it. We're all set. Let me get a screenshot.